Good morning, everyone. It is Wednesday, October 16th, 2024. It's 9 o'clock here in Tucson, Arizona, which means it's time once again for the Mindful Moment. I'm Dr. Jonathan Zenz. I'm the Senior Minister here at Unity of Tucson. Unity of Tucson is an inclusive and loving spiritual center right here in Tucson, Arizona, where our purpose is to explore the principles of New Thought. The spiritual philosophy that we teach is called New Thought. And through the exploration of those principles, I think we can master spiritual understanding, find personal purpose, and develop a spiritual path. This is part of my spiritual path, and I'm so grateful to share it with you. Whether you're watching live or on the replay, I would love for you to post a comment. Look, delightful, glorious addition today. Welcome to Dr. Liza Marquez. Grateful to see you. Hola, and grateful that you are here. Yes, throw some comments into the field. I always read the comments, and I'm so grateful for all those comments that come through. Yvonne, good morning to you. Grateful to see you this glorious day. And as those comments are coming through, I do want to offer this reminder, as I do each time I see you, which is to say, you are love. You are. See, really, listen to this. You are. There is no aspect of your being that is not. When I say you are, so the wholeness of you. You are love. You are light. You are life. You are magnificent and divine. And I'm so grateful that you shine your light and share your magnificence with the world. I was at Starbucks today, which I know will come as a shock and a surprise to many of you. That's a joke because, you know, my community, there's a joke about how much coffee I consume. So that's why that's funny in my mind. Anyway, I was at Starbucks this morning and I was talking to one of the baristas there, and they all know me pretty well, which should give you an indication of how much coffee I end up drinking. But we were talking about, letting our light shine. And I just said, there's no point in not shining our light. There is no point in not shining our light. We should be shining our light all over. And I'm grateful that you are. I'm grateful that you are. Yvonne, thank you. I love Unity Church as well. And I'm grateful that you're here. Beth, hello to you. Grateful to see you this glorious day. Reverend Jerry Stratemeyer, grateful to see you all as well. Deb Young Benson, happy to see you. Yes, yes, yes. And Jerry says morning blessings to us. Yvonne, I'm working on self-esteem issues and Unity Church helps me. Yes, yes. I'm grateful. Well, part of the foundational premise of the New Thought movement, the entire New Thought movement, a lot of what it's rooted in is the Transcendentalist movement, and specifically the work of Ralph Waldo Emerson. And his essay on self-reliance was quite prevalent in the development of New Thought for all the New Thought teachers. Charles Fillmore said that every metaphysician should read the essays of Ralph Waldo Emerson. And I hold firm in that to resolve that we should all be reading Ralph Waldo Emerson. That's not what I was intending to talk about today, though. Here's what I was intending to talk about today. I've had people reach out, and so I want to be really clear that I'm going to talk about the atmosphere of this particular country, the United States right now, the atmosphere that is part of our experience. And the atmosphere right now is a charged political atmosphere, right? There's lots of conflict that seems to be showing up on both sides. And there's some people who have said, hey, I'm really feeling challenged by all that I'm seeing and experiencing and the circumstances in which I find myself in life. I'm finding challenge with, people with whom I disagree. And it's, So there was a question about how can we resolve ourselves rooted in the philosophy to move forward in a way that is cohesive, coherent, cooperative, loving, and kind. Well, the first thing that I'll say is those are decisions. It is a decision to move forward while you're in the midst of chaos. It is a decision to be the calm in the storm. It is a decision to be the kindness in the face of its opposite. It is a decision to be love. If you want to experience more love, we are called upon to be more loving. If you want to experience kindness, we are called upon to be more kind. I wore my, I wore my humankind shirt today. humankind, be both. We are empowered to set the tone for our experience. And so that also then made me think about the four agreements. Don Miguel Ruiz. Don Miguel offered these up to us for our consideration. And the second agreement is this: to not take anything personally. And I think what ends up happening is we take things personally. Well, actually, he writes it right here. He says, you take things personally because you agree with whatever was said. Even if you think you disagree with it, think about this. Even if you think you disagree with it, there is some level of agreement of truthfulness, or it's truthfulness in it. And so your tacit agreement means that you take it personally. I also love that he wrote here, taking things personally makes you easy prey for these predators and black magicians. Ooh, right? They can hook you easily with one little opinion and feed you whatever poison they want. And because you take it personally, you eat it up. So here's the thing that I would suggest. Don't take it personally. What other people think about you is none of your business. What other people's opinions are none of your business. We can, I think, work, and this is up to each and every one of us, to work in the direction of being able to have kindness at the root of our conversations, that we should be able to talk about the issues. We should be able to talk about our values without, attacking or being attacked. Now, here's the other thing too. If someone is not willing to be around you and if someone is not willing to participate, that's what I really want to say. If someone is not willing to participate in a kind manner, well, then I take to heart what Maya Angelou offered, which is when someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time and act accordingly. There are people that I have purposefully decided, all right, it's clear that we are not going to be able to communicate with kindness in this instance. And so there's an impasse. And without being able to move through the impasse, there's no point in continuing this conversation. And so I remove myself. That may sound harsh in some ways because, we strive to engage in a loving and compassionate way with everyone. Well, sometimes that love and compassion is a call for us to step away. Not everybody's comfortable with that. But it can be the most loving thing we can do for ourselves. So consider that for a moment. So my call today is for each and every one of us to really approach our conversations with love and kindness, irrespective of what the subject of those conversations is. I think that we can find the magnificence at the core of all of it. That's what I'm going to do today. So I trust that is supportive and helpful for you. And I'm going to take that into the practice of affirmative prayer treatment. So if it is safe and comfortable for you to close your eyes, I invite you to do so. I choose to close my eyes, to turn the attention to the inner life, the realm of thought, belief, and feeling, and the interaction of thoughts, beliefs, and feelings. And in this realm, this inner realm, I know that I am establishing my outer experience. And so I let myself be focused in the here and now on this magnificence, this goodness, knowing that this magnificence is all there is, this infinite creative field, this infinite quantum field of potentiality, this infinite goodness that I choose to call God. Although any name I give it is insufficient to describe its infinite nature. For every time I name it, I have limited it. And so I step beyond the ideas of limitation and open up to a sensation, a feeling tone of the one power, the one presence. I relax in this. I allow a greater realization of my identity as this power, and trust and know that the identity of each and every person I encounter is this power. Whether they have an awareness of it or not, I choose to understand their identity as divine. Whether they act from the point of view of that identity, I choose to understand their identity as divine. And I choose to acknowledge that there is great compassion within for all those who act out in ways that are unkind. For I hold firm in this resolve that there is something seeking expression by means of them. There is something that is seeking loving expression by them. And so I let my outward flow of interaction be rooted in compassion, infinite love. I trust and know that I am secure in my own self-identity. I'm secure in my own sense of worth, in my own sense of value, in my own sense of reliance, self-reliance. And I trust and know that we all are, each in our own unique way. And there is no competition. There is only cooperation. And so I welcome the flow of good. I do this with a grateful and appreciative heart. I welcome the ideas commingling in the thoughts and beliefs and feelings within to flow forth into expression. And so with appreciation overflowing within, I know that what I appreciate grows. And so I appreciate kindness. I appreciate love. I appreciate wholeness. I appreciate unity. I appreciate cooperation. I appreciate the interconnectedness of every relationship I have, knowing that it is an expression of infinite goodness. So I simply let it unfold as it will in its perfection. I let go, I let God, I trust, I know, and affirm this as so by saying, and so it is. Amen. And so it is. So there we are. Always a delight to share this time with you. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. I'll be back for the Mindful Moment again at 9 o'clock Arizona time on these streaming channels. I do want to remind you too that I have a class that starts on Saturday. If you would like to find out more about that class, you can. There's a menu where you can look up classes. Find the information at unitytucson.com. It is a foundations class. It is the first class if you are new to this philosophy, or even if you've been in this philosophy for a long time. I always find that going back to the foundational, the basics, the premise of the teaching invites greater awareness and insight and inspiration for me. So would love to see you as part of that class. There is a tuition for that class. It's 8 weeks, Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 12 noon, starting this Saturday. So would love to see you there. Come check it out. Yes. Peace and blessings to you. I'll see you again tomorrow. Love to you all. Keep shining your light and know that you are magnificent. It's not because of anything you do. It is truly just the core of your being. I celebrate that. And I'll see you soon. Bye, everybody.